Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best gaming monitor.
Starting at number 5.
LG 27GN950B. 4K gaming is a premium endeavor. You need a colossal amount of rendering power to hit decent frame rates at such a high resolution. But if you're rocking a top-shelf graphics card, like an RTX 4080 or RX 7900 XTX, then this dream can be a reality. The LG UltraGear is the first 4K, Nano IPS, gaming monitor with 1 millisecond response times that'll properly show off your superpowered GPU. Coming in with NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD's FreeSync adaptive refresh compatibility, this slick slim bezel design even offers LG's Sphere Lighting 2.0 RGB visual theatrics. And combined with the crazy sharp detail that comes with the 4K pixel grid, that buttery smooth 144 Hz is pretty special.
Coming at number 4.
LG 32GN650B. While most monitors under $300 are usually smaller, there are a few out there with a 32-inch screen size, but as you get into the larger sizes, those tend to have worse performance than the smaller sizes. If you want a 32-inch monitor, the LG 32GN650B is great for gaming. You can also find it as the 32GN63TB at certain retailers. It has a 1440p resolution like the Gigabyte M27QP, but the main trade-off is that the LG has worse motion handling, so you'll see more smearing with fast-moving objects. Besides that, it has a similar 165 Hz refresh rate with FreeSync VRR support to reduce screen tearing, and it's also GSWNC compatible. While it has the same resolution as the Gigabyte, the bigger screen causes lower pixel density, which means that images aren't as sharp, but this resolution still allows you to see plenty of details in your gamers. It also has a higher native contrast ratio than the Gigabyte, making it the better choice for dark rooms because it displays deeper blacks.
At number 3.
Gigabyte M27QP Pro. If you find the 24-inch screens on the Vue Sonic XG2431 and the Acer Nitro XF243 Pbmiiprx too small, check out the 27-inch Gigabyte M27QP instead, but there are some trade-offs you need to make for getting a larger size. It has a 170 Hz refresh rate, which is similar to the Acer, but it's lower than the ViewSonic. It also has slightly worse motion handling than either of the 24-inch monitors, but it's still consistently fast enough over the entire refresh rate range that you won't notice much blur. If you want something with even better motion handling, you can also consider the Dell G2724D, which you can often find at a low cost directly through Dell's website. One advantage the Gigabyte has is its higher 1440p resolution, which results in more detailed images while gaming. In terms of features, it has FreeSync VRR support with GSWNC compatibility, giving you a nearly tear-free gaming experience. You can even use its backlight strobing feature at the same time as VRR, which isn't something most monitors can do, and it helps improve the appearance of motion.
Number 2 of my list.
Acer XF243 Pbmiiprx. If you want a simple and cheap gaming monitor and don't mind getting something much less than $300, consider the Acer Nitro XF243 Pbmiiprx. It has a 24-inch screen and 1080p resolution like the Vue Sonic XG2431, but the main difference is that it has a lower 165 Hz refresh rate, which means it isn't as good for competitive gamers. However, it's still good for casual gaming, like if you need something for your first gaming setup. It also has worse motion handling than the ViewSonic, but the response time at its max refresh rate and with 120 Hz signals is still very fast, resulting in minimal motion blur. Its response time at 60 Hz is worse than at higher refresh rates when you have VRR enabled, as there's overshoot that results in ghosting, but the motion handling is better with VRR disabled. Speaking of which, it supports FreeSync VRR and is GSWNC compatible, reducing screen tearing with any type of graphics card. Like the ViewSonic, It even has a backlight strobing feature to reduce persistence blur, but it isn't as customizable.
And number 1.
ViewSonic OMNI XG2431. The best gaming monitor under $300 we've tested is the ViewSonic XG2431. It's an impressive gaming display with a fast 240Hz refresh rate, which is ideal even for the most competitive gamers. It has a 1080p resolution, which is what you have to expect for a budget-friendly display with a high refresh rate, and this allows your graphics card to achieve that high frame rate without demanding signals. If you want something with an even higher refresh rate, consider the Dell Alienware AW2523HF, a 360Hz monitor that tends to cost more than $300, so only consider it when it's on sale. The ViewSonic supports FreeSync VRR to reduce screen tearing, and if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, GSWNC compatibility also works with it. It has an incredible response time across its entire refresh rate range and even has a customizable backlight strobing feature. You can fine-tune its settings, like the intensity and frequency of the backlight flicker, until you find something you enjoy gaming with. It's a nice addition to a budget-friendly model, offering good value versus similarly priced displays.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.